good, Josh? Motherfucking boy. I ain't gotta say no names, right? But I am, anyways. It's your boy Bubba, and you are watching and also listening to Intrusive Thoughts. Welcome back to Intrusive Thoughts, where the unfiltered mind meets the uncomfortable truth, y'all. I'm so sorry. I was supposed to do this episode back in December. I'm so fucking sorry, y'all. Like, I feel so bad because I know for a fact I was supposed to do this back in December, and like, life has just been lifing. Like, I don't even know what to say. But I hope you guys are living well and feeling well. I am doing good. Besides, I had a cold earlier in the week and I'm just now getting over it. So I'm sipping on some tea. So if you see me grab this cup a few times and take a little sip, you know, um, that's what that is. You know what I'm saying? Because I gotta get this mucus out my chest and shit. Cause I got shit to do this weekend, and I ain't trying to be stuck in the house. I got a 3-day weekend. I'm trying to get out, even though it might snow, but we'll see. Um, Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button, please. Also, like and share. Also, if you're listening to me on my, streaming apps and stuff like that, I'm on multiple apps. But if you're using Spotify, please make sure you subscribe to me on there because this podcast is hosted by Spotify for creators. And I know I say this every show. Go get those bearskin underwear, baby. They were designed with the big boy in mind. They are very, very comfortable. They don't have only just underwear. They got jock straps too. You know, they got cargo shorts, they got socks, they got hats, all those good things. They got swimwear, even though it's not summer yet. Um, Go get you some of those bearskin underwear, please. And if you use my promo code, you will get 15% off in the checkout. Okay. So let's get into it tonight, all right? So I've been holding on to some feelings for a bit about some things that I've been, harboring in about this topic that I've been saving for you guys. I actually did a TikTok the other day.
I ran right quick. Everything is not zesty. Everything is not gay. And I'm getting so tired of like young kids and young men being accused of being gay because they're just being fucking silly. Like, you can't even do a TikTok dance and have fun on the internet being a young adult or a young man without someone accusing you of being gay or zesty, bro. Like, some people just got better rhythm than others, you know what I'm saying? Some people just know how to express themselves and be silly and be fun with it. Everything is not fucking gay or motherfucking zesty or a suspect or whatever y'all motherfuckers are saying nowadays. Like, straight people are so obsessed with sexuality more than actual gay people. Like, I really don't understand why y'all be caring so much about who dick I'm sucking or who I'm fucking or whatever it is, or who I like.
Everything is not sassy. Everything is not gay. Just because a man does something outside of the norms of what it is to be the traditional man does not mean that they're gay. Doesn't mean that they're bisexual. Doesn't mean anything like that. It just means they're probably having fun or just doing things. Like, people can't even make TikTok dances anymore. They can't do shit on the internet without being judged for something. Like, I feel like men go through so much shit. Like, we really do. Like, and the reason why I'm bringing this up because it's something that I see so much. I feel like men are always being picked on. Men are being picked on by so many things in society. If it's not other men, it's women. You know what I'm saying? Like, religion, at work, things of that sort. It's like I feel like men are always being picked at. Like, men just cannot, like, I feel like I see so many men who are trapped in this like bubble of anxiety all the goddamn time, or men who always like are checking to make sure people see that they're not doing XYZ, or caring so much about how they look. And a lot of the times when I sit back and I look at other men who do it, I think a lot of times other men who judge other men for, being themselves, they get mad that people allow these people to be themselves. Like, they are able to be who they are and live in their truth and be who they are. Like, I and I can say this even as a gay man. Like, I remember I used to see other feminine gay men, and I was like, "You look like a fucking buffoon. You look that's buffoonery, nigga." And don't get me wrong. Sometimes I feel like in certain settings, like, some people can be out of pocket or just be a nuisance. But it doesn't mean that because they wear, they have hair and makeup or whatever it is, or feminine or flamboyant, doesn't mean they're doing too much. they're living their truth, you know. And I had to check myself on that shit. I think that's one of the things that like people got to start checking themselves. Like we got to start checking our fucking selves straight the fuck up, like straight up. Because I think a lot of times when we leave ourselves unchecked, we start to see our own insecurities. Like that was the thing for me. Like when I started checking myself, I started seeing like, oh, motherfucker, I was really insecure when I first came out. I was extremely insecure. I remember I did not like even saying the gay word. I used to hate. I used to be like, I shouldn't say this because this is like kind of fucked up to say, but I'm gonna say it. So I thought I was bisexual at one point, and like, and I mean, granted, I was having sex with females here and there, but it was the niggas for me. Like I love me some. I love men. I love masculinity. I love the way a man feels, the way a man. I love men. I just love men. And maybe I didn't find the right woman to make me feel that way, but I know for a fact the way a man touches me, the way a man feels, like I know that shit. So yeah, I appreciate that shit way more than being with a woman sexually or romantically, you know? So like I know how I feel. And I think once I got to a point where I started checking that shit about my insecurities about other people and judging other people outside of the realm of like, oh, this motherfucker is a mess, you know, or just cracking a joke. But like actually having an attitude with people, you know, because on some real shit, I used to get mad at the femboys for getting all the hot dudes. I used to get so fucking mad. I was like, how the fuck you got a beard and makeup and a wig and you sucking this nigga's dick that is fine as fuck? How? How are you getting that daddy? How? I used to get so mad at the little twink boys that would pull the fucking hot dads with the, oh my God. Like I would get extremely mad about it. Extremely mad, y'all. Like extremely mad. And then one day I said, you know, that's my problem. That's not them. Because they show up who they show up as and they gonna get what they gonna get. Because what's for them is for them and what's for me is for me. You know, I had to check myself on that. Like I can be honest about that. But I just want to go into like what we do not take into consideration of how we treat men. And we have to stop treating men this certain way because men end up doing the craziest shit when they feel like their back is pushed up against the wall. Um, you know, and there's more to say to that because I think we all have to take accountability for how we react to certain things, which is the truth. But I think we have to really take at this DL thing. Like I wrote a little thing about, you know, the product of a DL man. That's what I call it. And I posted it, and I think people didn't really read it, but it was just something that I was really passionate about when I saw it because I was like, you know, the DL man, the download man, it's not really just a label. It's the prybotic. I'm fucking up. I'm talking too fast, and I'm just mincing all my words. But it's the byproduct of, you know, societal's expectations of what a man is supposed to be, you know, in repression and fear and what it is telling men what they're supposed to look like or that they can't look like outside of the norm of what it is to be a man or masculine or, you know, your sexuality. You know, DL men, it's not just about dishonest or deception. It's about motherfucking survival. You know, navigating these desires while shackled by culture and religion and personal stigmas. You know, it's a real story about living in shame. Like a lot of DL men live in shame. I was a DL man. I lived in shame. And a lot of times it does start at home. You know, don't all parents do not hold space for their children who are different than other children. I'm not saying let your kids act outside of what it is to be a child. I'm not saying let your son go to school, you know, at 7 years old wearing makeup and heels and whatever. But if your kid's at home wants to play dress up, let him play dress up. What is the harm in that? And I get it. It's hard for you as a parent because you're like, man, I want my son to be a young boy. I want him to like Power Rangers. I like him to like the things that I liked it with him, you know, or I liked, you know, to have that emotional connection. But at the end of the day, you are not your child. Just because you know, created this life does not mean it's your life. It's theirs. And you need to learn how to foster that. And that means by creating an environment where they feel safe to express who they are without fear, you know, without some type of shame or rejection. I remember me and a friend of mine got into a big ass argument about this because he told me, he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna tease my kid if he was gay," and I was like, "Why, motherfucker? You got me fucked up. Why? People were out here killing themselves, nigga. Like, young teens are out here killing themselves. Why would you shame your kid about them being gay? Why would you call your kid out their name? You've been through it. You've been called blackity black. You've been talked about your teeth look like piano keys and all this shit, and you want to tease this, your son? Like, bro, leave your boy alone. Like, bro, I shouldn't put bro out there, like, but that's the truth. Like, I was really mad at him for that shit. But anyways, I don't want to jump off topic because, you know, this show is not meant to be a very long show. But I will say that as a DL man, it is fucked up because they do drag a lot of women along for a long time. It's not right. It's not okay. It's not cool. It's not something that you should be doing, and I understand that. And granted, it is something that needs to stop. But you know, I always ask this question of like, you know, who benefits from this dynamic? Because it's not both of y'all. It's not the DL man, you know, who's caught up in the cycle of like secrecy. It's not his partners who often bear, you know, the blunt dishonesty of miscommunication and betrayal. Um, and it's not, you know, it's not. It's I wouldn't say our communities, but I feel like that doesn't even matter. But it just sucks. Like, how do we get to a point where we can stop this shit from happening? And I think a lot of that shit has to do with people teasing men for just doing things that they want to do outside of what it is to be a man, to be masculine. You know, like, let men just be men sometimes. Do a person's outfit, do some men dress stupid and it looks a little flamboyant or a little feminine. Yeah, I agree. Not saying it don't. But like, it'd be simple shit. Like, I saw a TikTok where this girl was like, "Oh, if my man could cook, that's sassy to me. That's sassy to me." What? If your man could cook, that's sassy to you, bitch? You're weird. Or, oh, would it look like, as a man, would it look like you going into Bath and Body Works so he don't want to have his house smelling good? Now I know those candles is toxic, and some of us still indulge in them. But what's wrong with this man going to Bath and Body Works to get candles or to get lotion, you know, whatever, to have good fragrances in his house or on his body? What's wrong with that? Oh, a man saying his face card number declines. Like, you are not a girl. No, that's not for women, baby. That's gay lingo. Like, it's a lot of things that I feel like people need to stop bullying men. Like, stop bullying men. Like, real shit. And then be wondering why men are out here killing themselves. Be wondering why men out here in the closet. This is why the dude that you in love with is probably fucking another dude or sucking another dude off and getting sucked off by another dude behind your back. Instant karma, baby. For real. And that's not cool, but it's just what it is. And I'm so tired of it. I'm just so tired of seeing this happen to men. Like, I just want men to be able to live their lives and be who the fuck they are. I want to live in a world where we don't have to have shame all the time. I don't have to be shamed for everything. Now, don't get me wrong. I do believe some shit need to be shamed. I ain't saying that we shouldn't live in a world without shame. Because we definitely need some shame in this motherfucking world. Because some people do some shit where it's like, now you know. You should have kept that shit in the closet now. Some shit you gotta clean in the closet now. Straight the fuck up. But like, no, for real. Like, let men be men. I'm tired of men not being able to just express themselves and be who they are and live without the anxiety of what it is to be a man, because society tells us that we have to look the part. We have to do this. We have to do that. We have to be this. I'm so fucking tired of that shit. It creates so much anxiety. And I remember being a gay man. I remember coming out because yeah, I'm been a gay man for a long time. Um, I'm technically still a baby gay, I guess, to some of the elders. They tell me I'm a baby gay still, but I'm up there. But anyways, when I first came out, I realized how much I deviated away from my own personality. Just not just from, you know, being a man, but just even a black person, like I deviated away from a lot of things to fit into certain different cultures and things of that sort. So um I realized how much I deviated away from a lot of things because I wanted to fit this image. I wanted to do this. I wanted to do that. I wanted to know this. I wanted to know that. So I need to fit in with this group of people. Or I need to do this to be this. Like, it's just such an anxiety that we have to do to try to fit into culture. And it's just like, take that shit back, y'all, and just be yourselves. Fuck these people. And to my straight bros, don't let no woman tell you that it's gay to get your ass licked. Just make sure you clean that booty up, boy. Don't be letting these bitches tell you, because getting your ass ate is an outer body experience, okay? And I'm not talking about no little. I'm talking about some some on that whole, like it's a outer body experience, baby. Experience. Just make sure your hole was clean for your girl, okay? That shit is not gay. Like, I was so mad at Remy Ma when she tried to post that shit about Papoose. Like, girl, you was the one doing the eating, so now he gay. The fuck is wrong with you? Like, that's what I'm saying. A lot of women weaponize men's sexuality every single time when something don't go their way. Like, bitch, you are out of pocket. You are out. And I love Remy Ma. I love Remy. That's Remy is a legend. So I'm not disrespecting her. I just didn't disagree with why she did that shit. That shit was not cool. But anyways, the DL man, the product of the DL man isn't just about him. It's about all of us and how we allow people to show up. So think about that shit when you're like teasing people and making people feel bad about who the fuck they are, what they like, and what they doing. I mean, we can have fun. I mean, we only have so much time on this earth, right? You never know how much time we got. People are able to have fun and should be able to have fun, right? But just think about that when you are teasing people, and look at the rates of men who are committing suicide and things of that sort because they have no one to talk to, or they just can't be themselves, or it's just like the world is stacked up against them at times. So just think about that when you're doing that shit to people. All right. Thank you guys. This Thursday I have a show coming out with my homegirls. I have two people on my show this week. My homegirl Latera, aka my fave, and my homegirl Shayla, who was on my show. They will be on my show. We're gonna be talking about eating in the Black community, like the culture of Black community and eating and the habits of it and things of that sort. So tune into that on Thursday. And yeah, I'll see y'all when I see y'all. Make sure you do all that subscribing and do all those good things. All right. See ya. Peace.